Picture this. It's 1972. Champagne is flowing. Yes, please. Steaks are steaming. Everyone is dressed so elegantly. Perhaps you head to the onboard lounge to chat. Or maybe you just take a breath in your jumbo-sized seat. This is what you imagine when you hear the golden age of travel. Compared to today, the average person dreads stripping down in security to cram into a tiny seat, pay exorbitant bag fees, and wait in a crowded terminal. It feels like flying has been ruined. So, what happened? Well, for starters, we remember the best version of the past. Look closely at the photos we associate with the golden age. A lot of the craziest examples are first-class cabins, premium lounges, promotional photos, and flagship aircraft and products. Now, don't get it twisted. Economy was much more forgiving than it is today. But the average passenger wasn't sitting at a piano bar drinking champagne for 6 hours. It's important to look at the cost, because flying was expensive. In the 70s, a coach round-trip ticket from New York to Los Angeles could cost upwards of $326. Adjusted for inflation, that's around $2,600 today. Flying wasn't just simply transportation, it was something few people could casually afford. Therefore, the meal wasn't really free. The champagne wasn't really free. The giant seat wasn't really free. Passengers were paying for a premium product. But why was the product so good? In 1978, the United States passed a law called the Airline Deregulation Act. This allowed airlines to set their own fares and routes. Federal regulation fostered growth for airlines in infancy, but kept fares high and prevented airlines from efficient operations. So, therefore, if you can't freely compete on price, how do you attract passengers? Because luxury was the competition. Food, service, lounges, branding, cabin experience were all paramount to getting passengers. So, the golden age was merely a result of a system that creates high regulated fares, which leads to less price competition and more competition on experience. But what happens when that system changes? After deregulation in '78, airlines are much more free to set prices, routes, and how they compete. Now suddenly, price is the most powerful way to attract flyers. The common consensus is that airlines worsened the product out of greed, but a huge part of that story is that they shaped the product around how passengers responded. Low-cost carriers began to grow, so traditional airlines had to compete. But in that process, over the last 40 years, millions more have been able to conveniently fly and do so in an affordable manner. We lost some comfort, but gained a much more casual way to travel. It's easy to look back in that time, in the golden age of travel, and picture the beautiful first-class cabins, the fancy onboard bars and lounges, the comfortable seats. Okay, you get where I'm going with this. It's much easier to romanticize a time that no longer exists than to think about the modern luxuries that are currently accessible. But the truth is, luxury travel didn't disappear. It got better. We can build a seat now that makes a first-class one in 1972 look primitive. And actually, airlines got significantly better at balancing luxury travel and economic travel on the same plane. The idea of giving up that previous luxury travel for cheap travel isn't true. You just now have a choice.